Regardless of how fast your PC is running, it never hurts to try and make it run even faster. You could go out and spend a lot of money on hardware, but we're going to talk about Windows XP and the software. We have our innocent and gentle Windows XP window here. We're speeding it up. First thing you do is you can speed up startup. You can speed up the system itself. See all these, up and down here in the startup in the corner. This is everything that starts up along with your system. That's right down there by the clock. And one of the things you'll notice is if you do not use these, you will actually, we're going to open this up, we're going to show you how to remove these. A lot of them will actually let you take them out of the startup or not start them up from in there. When the Messenger in Microsoft XP, we're going to have to go inside the program and go to the options and go to the preferences. And it says run this program when Windows starts. Well, if you don't use it, you don't need it. So let's uncheck that. Allow this program to run in the background. We don't need that either. So we're going to hit those. We're going to apply and hit OK. And next time we start our system, dink, that's one less thing floating down here. Anything you don't need to run when it starts, go ahead and take out. Can I take this one out, or are you using this one?
No, I'm going to use that program, but I don't need it running all the time.
Exactly. And, there's every system on our the Yahoo Messenger is in here, AIM is in here. Any of this stuff you don't need, you're not really going to be taking up any problems with your volume control. But other stuff, you want to exit it, and that will make you much happier. It will save system resources, it will save memory space, it will save clock cycles, and it will start up faster.
And it cleans up your desktop, too. You don't have that messy stuff.
That's a good thing. Less clutter, less stuff. We talk about this a lot of time. Component services, what's that? Well, we had a guy on Black Viper check this web page out, and he's gone through and he's cataloged all of the services that run on your system. So we're going to click over here, Windows Service Configurations. This is every little tiny applet that runs in the background on Windows, and he lists exactly what they are and what they do. The alerter, and what actually, oops, I did not mean to hit that. Let's go back a window real quick. What exactly they do and what you need them for, whether you need them at all. So you read through these charts, and you basically figure out everything you don't need, and you take it out. How do you do that? Well, you're going to have to play around with the services. Be comfortable, read and understand these things. I got to close this Windows real quick. And take a look at this. If you go to Component Services, there's a hidden inside your Administrative. So if you go to Start and into Settings and Control Panel, and you go to the Administrative Tools, and we're going to go to Component Services, and we're going to go to Services Local. And this is actually where you find all of that stuff inside of there. And these descriptions are pretty, what Black Viper does is expands on these descriptions, and he tells you what exactly, enables Clipbook Viewer to store information and save it with remote computers. Well, do I need this? Do I only use this on a network? What's going on there? And what's nice about Black Viper's page is he goes through and explains what each of those actually do, which is a really, really nice thing. Yeah. You start turning these off. Manual means it only turns on when you use it. Automatic means it starts up with Windows. And if you can take a lot of these automatic things out of there, you can end up with a faster boot time. You can end up with a faster system because you're running a lot less clutter in the background.
So you should keep them on manual instead of changing them to disabled. I noticed some of them are disabled.
Go through, read Black Viper, what he has to say about him and why he does it, and follow his instructions. He's really, really, really put a lot of time in this one. So,
and he's unbiased too, which is nice.
I don't know if he's unbiased, but he's pretty honest about what stuff does. So you right-click on My Computer and go into Properties. We were showing this earlier when we talked about USB 2.0. And we go to Hardware, and we go to the Device Manager in here. And this is going to show us all of our hardware devices in the system, right? One of the things you can do is go in here and see if you have the latest drivers. Go up to the web page for whatever particular thing you're running on there. So your network adapter, you're probably going to notice display adapters. And it'll give you information about what driver you're using, what version you're running. And you can actually go through. You can try to update it from here. You can update it from the company. But make sure, especially with graphics, making sure you have the fastest, the latest driver will really, really, really help things out.
Is it pretty easy to update the driver through there, or does it not really know as much as you would know by just going to the website?
Well, you could usually, you go to NVIDIA or TI, ATItech.com is theirs. You download it. Usually double-click on it. It kind of does it in the background. Or you can go through and go to the driver here. Let's go to Update Driver. And you can actually say where it is, and it'll walk you through either way. So either way, it's really not that. It's pretty easy to install a driver either way. Some install them automatically. Sometimes you'll have to go through the Device Manager to do that. Finally, you know what, memory, especially if you're running, you need at least 128, 256 megabytes. If you run, especially if you do where you log one person out and another person logs in if applications are still running in the first person's Windows, you need at least 256 megabytes to be happy. You can always, if you got to go for hardware, graphics, if you got a gigahertz processor or faster and gigahertz or faster processor, if you're a gamer, you want better performance, go for a newer gaming card. If you're running a slower processor, you want to think about upgrading your processor before upgrading your graphics card. And always run ScanDisk, defrag your drives. And you can pick up just a little bit here and there that'll help things run faster and seem a little more perky.
Defrag how often?
I've had systems where if you're constantly installing and uninstalling things and making things in movies and videos and audio and stuff, I would defrag once a week. I know some people who defrag every day. I think it's overkill.
Yeah.
Once a week, if you do a lot of stuff in your machine, if you only move a couple megabytes of files every month, check it, right-click on the drive, and let me show you where that is real quick. Go into My Computer, and let's see, we've got a drive there. Go into Properties and go into Tools, and hit Defragment now. And it'll actually analyze it real quick. I've seen some people, I've actually felt the difference at 3 or 4%. NTFS doesn't have as much acid. Now this is complete. You should defragment this volume. Hit the defrag button. If Windows says you need to defrag, then your hard drive probably desperately needs to be defragged.
Excellent.
There are so many ways to speed up XP. We've got the mother of all articles cobbled together on our website at thescreensavers.com. Lots and lots of good stuff from lots and lots of the segments we've done.